The lost art of being bored. Imagine you're travelling through space. Not in some enormous spacecraft filled with flashing lights, but alone in a tiny capsule, drifting silently between the stars. Behind you is Earth. In front of you is darkness. No phone signal, no notifications, no scrolling, no likes. No messages asking where you are. Nothing demanding your attention. At first, it might feel unbearable. You'd reach for a phone that doesn't work. Look for something to watch, something to listen to, anything to fill the silence. Because somewhere along the way, we became frightened of empty space. Not the empty space between planets, the empty space inside our own lives. Waiting for a bus, sitting in a cafe, walking home, lying in bed. Every tiny gap has become something to fill. But perhaps those gaps were never empty. Perhaps they were where we were supposed to meet ourselves. As your spacecraft travels farther from Earth, something changes. You stop searching for distraction. You look through the window. Stars. Millions of them. Some of the light reaching between your eyes began its journey thousands of years before you were born. Suddenly, your problems haven't disappeared, but they have changed size. The argument, the bills, the mistake you made, the person you miss, the fear that you're falling behind. For once, nobody is asking anything from you. So you sit, you breathe, and you become bored. Properly bored. At first, your brain screams, "Do something!" But you don't. Eventually something quieter appears beneath the noise. A thought, a memory, an idea, and perhaps a question. Am I actually living the life I want to live? Maybe boredom isn't the enemy. Maybe boredom is a doorway. When the constant stimulation disappears, we finally have space to notice what's happening inside us. Sometimes we find sadness, loneliness, anger, or grief. But we might also rediscover curiosity, imagination, creativity, and hope. The ability to look out at the cloud without photographing it. No post, no caption, just look. Earth is a tiny blue dot behind you, and something becomes incredibly clear. There are billions of stars and distances our minds can barely comprehend. Yet, there is only one place in this enormous universe where your life is happening. Here. You cannot control every storm that comes towards you. You cannot control other people. You cannot control loss. You cannot rewrite yesterday. But you can reach towards the controls of your own little spacecraft and decide where you point it next. And taking control of your mental health doesn't always mean some dramatic transformation. Sometimes it's getting out of bed, opening the curtains, going for a walk without headphones, calling someone, asking for help, putting the phone down, sitting quietly for 10 minutes. Being bored long enough to remember, I'm alive. Work, money, family, football, social media, deadlines. The beautiful chaos of being human. But you've remembered something important. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to consume everything. You don't have to compare your ordinary Tuesday afternoon with somebody else's highlight reel. You are allowed to stop, to stare out of a window, to walk without headphones, to sit beside someone without filling every silence. You are allowed to be bored. Because sometimes boredom is simply your mind finally being given enough room to breathe. And as Earth fills the window, remember, your story isn't finished. There are people you haven't met, songs you haven't heard, places you haven't stood, conversations you haven't had, sunrises you haven't seen. There are completely ordinary days somewhere in your future that may become some of the greatest days of your life. So when everything becomes too loud, return to the silence. Put the phone down. Look upwards. Become good at doing nothing again. Become good at being bored. Take hold of the controls. Choose the next direction. Choose the next sunrise. Decide on life.